What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining me for today's video. What I'm doing here is I am tracing this pattern onto a piece of 1x6 that I have laying around in my garage. I'm using tracing paper. So what you do is you put the tracing paper underneath of the pattern or drawing that you want to trace, and it leaves an imprint onto the wood for you to carve out. Periodically, you want to check and see how well the imprint is transferring onto the wood. Sometimes it's not very good, so you just have to maybe move the tracing paper a little bit, because you do use this tracing paper over and over and over again. So what you're doing is you're taking the ink, I guess it's chalk of some sort, off of the tracing paper. So if you draw over the same line multiple times, it's not going to transfer. Now with this carving, I want it to be set at different planes. I want it to kind of pop out at you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the areas on different planes that I'm going to carve. It really does make it a lot easier to carve. This way, you have a very slim chance of screwing up your carving. I'm using the orange color to highlight the area that I'm going to do the shallowest carving of all of the colors that I will be using. Now for the deepest plane that I will be carving, I'm going to be using this green pencil. So again, I'm just going to highlight all the areas that I am going to carve the deepest in this carving. Now right here I added a little bit of orange because what I'm going to do is I'm going to taper it. I'm going to sand it down by hand once I carve it out. And now that it's all drawn up in color, it's time to start up my router and start carving. Now the first layer you want to do is the deepest layer. And for me, it was the green. I started off by using my 60-degree bit to trace around to give me a good angle on all the edging. And then I followed that up by using the flat bit to clean out the inside of that part. Now that the green is finished, I'm going to move on to the orange. And again, I'm going to use my 60-degree bit and trace around all the areas, so it gives me a good angle instead of it being a flat edge. It really does save a lot of time when I have to sand it down. Alright guys, you can see here all the carving is finished. So now we will move on to the sanding. Now the sanding is very tedious and time consuming. I will be using 2 sanding grits, 150 and 220 grit sandpaper for this. And once the sanding is complete, I will be using my scroll saw to cut out the pattern. Alright guys, here it is, all finished up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Did I do a good job? Could I have done better? Either way, I like it and I'm happy with it. I hope maybe this video inspires some of you guys to get out there and try something new. If you guys never used a router or carved, this is a good starter video for you. So go out there and get motivated. See you guys in the next video.